So I just thought,
everybody's talking.
Everyone was getting to know each other. I just thought I'll be sharing everything, just doing all the background stuff, sharing the stream out everywhere.
Oh, good.
Hello.
Oh, we're live. We went live.
Yeah, coming at you live.
Say it, Aaron. Say it.
Coming at you live.
Nostalgic live vibe. Right, there's lots of people in the chat, which is really good. It's going to absolutely smash through this because we've got some pretty special guests on tonight. And
I've just done an Andy and went, no one's in the chat, but I haven't changed it from private to comments. So,
there you
my
go.
God, there's people.
No one's in our private chat. No. How you doing, Jason and Leo and Ben? How you doing, buddy? Ollie, amazing to see you at the NEC. We'll talk about that very briefly. Not about our interaction. That'd be weird if I just did a whole show about me and you hanging out.
It was fun, though.
It'll be fun. Jason is watching the live stream at Leicester's shop. Absolutely. Tony, always awesome to see you, my friend. Good to see you on Sunday. Hello to Kieran. I'm not gonna. I know we spent like 20 minutes saying hello to people, so I want to get on. Hello. Andrew, hello. Steve, hello. Great to see you. Brad,
good. It was great to see everyone at NEC. I'm so glad I went. It looked like it was such a good show.
Do you know what? If you missed it, then you might as well just stop. You might as well just give up.
We'll talk about that very briefly. But yeah, hello, Brad. Loving the Tash, by the way. All good fun. Hello to Kieran. Hello to Aaron. I'm glad you enjoyed your NEC, and I'm glad you got your last 17 complete. That's pretty impressive. Carlos, hello. Colexilla, hello. Al, how you doing, my friend? I will say this again later on, but Al, if you don't follow Al on Instagram on Phenomenal Toys, PH Phenomenal, but A Phenomenal _toys. He's doing Movember for a very good cause. So get following him and make sure that you donate if you can. If you can donate for the Tash, the stash. Total Toys, hello, buddy. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good one. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Sandown. Davenal. Yeah, it was good seeing you, man. It was very busy. It was mad busy. Hello, Gareth. It's the first time for us all here today. That's why it's so disorganised. But keep saying hello in the chat. I'm being very rude. We normally spend a lot of time sort of saying hello to people and just chitter-chattering. Hello, Si. Evening, Darren. But we have some special guests tonight. Normally, this would be the week that we talk about NEC and what we got up to and how it went. But I think we're probably going to save that for next week. If Aaron and Andy, if you guys are right with that.
I mean, I'm gutted I don't get to show off my pickups from NEC, but okay.
Well, you say that, Andy, but you picked up quite a bit. In fact, you probably got more than me and Aaron did. It just happens to be behind me because you weren't there. But it was an excellent day. Hello, Colin. I hope your move is going really well. Your house move. It was a crazy good day. It was really busy. It was awesome to see everyone. And yeah, we'll talk about that next week because tonight we have some very special guests. So I can see that one of them has probably moseyed off out of shot to. He's got a bit of a cold, so perhaps he's going to get a lemsip. But we'll say hello to Gav of Leicester Vintage Toy Shops. How you doing, buddy?
How's it going?
It's good. How are you doing?
No, Joe has gone to make himself a cup of coffee just before we come on.
He's back.
Like me, it's fine.
Yeah. Is there something special in that coffee? That's the question. Is it an Irish coffee?
No, right.
No. Just saying hello.
Okay, fair enough. So, after the really big success, I've got to say, of the first series of Toyshop On Tour that you did, you guys have been incredibly busy doing a second series. So, yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. We're gonna play the trailer now.
We're gonna play the trailer.
We're gonna play the trailer now. So, everyone, this is what we have to look forward to coming
soon, right? In a couple of days.
Coming on Sunday. Get ready.
This is the trailer for Toyshop On Tour Series 2. The return of that TV series that takes you, dear viewer, all around the world as me and Gav buy as many toys as we can and pop them in this van.
And this time we're visiting a whole bunch of shops all around Europe.
action figures,
Dolls,
Star Wars,
weird stuff,
Transformers,
monsters,
space toys,
bootlegs,
He-Man. Travelling thousands of miles through Italy,
Switzerland,
Germany,
the Netherlands,
Belgium.
and France,
We'll have some rare items.
and some old favourites.
So join me, Joe, Gav, and Matt the cameraman as we take this Toy Shop on Tour 2.
Welcome to Toyshop On Tour, people. I love you guys. Bye.
Well, that's just the cutest thing ever, isn't it? At the end.
Is that at the end? Yeah.
That's just pulling on the heartstrings, isn't it?
I have two notes. Number one is the videos are in fact in much higher definition than what I just played. That was down to my rip. So anyone watching, it is not in 8-bit. And number two, in my head, it went Star Wars, weird stuff, Action Man, weirder stuff, whatever, the weirdest stuff, because I know that Gav enjoys a very.
Oh yeah, there's loads of weird stuff. There really is. And this, if you're a fan of Gav's catchphrase of weird stuff, it appears a lot in this series because it just, from a point of view, right from the get-go, it's bonkers.
It's
straight away.
Europe
straight away.
Oh.
It's
Can you give
real right from the beginning.
Can you give us any slight little teaser of something? No, maybe not shows, but something weird that you found.
We can show some. We can show
What you got?
something.
I'm going to show you this. This is cool. This is a cool item. This was from the very best shop we went to. We're not going to spoil it, but
Oh wow!
Oh, hello.
I thought I struggled to get hats to fit me.
look at that. Imagine the size of that play set.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Really, really cool shop display. Came from a place called
Kushel Mushel in Germany.
which we
Fantastic.
can't talk about too
We can't.
much
We get
because-
really excited about it because we had the absolute time of our lives in this one shop.
and it-
Wow.
But it's the fact it came from such a
We
weird
were
position.
having a dark day, put it that way.
And you see it. You will see it on the show. You won't quite get the feeling.
No.
One in the early episodes of quite how hot it was over there.
I was sweating. Dressed like this.
Did you wear the suit the whole time?
Yeah. Did you maintain blazer etiquette the entire time? That's,
Blazer was apt.
Yeah, well, we don't want to spoil it. There is a thing of going spot Gav in a t-shirt, and that does happen. But just, you
A
wait.
rarity.
Because when you guys were out there, you were out there the same time that me and Andy were in Belgium.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
a hot weekend.
absolutely. Well, it was hot here, but
Yeah.
in Belgium,
Italy.
me and
I walked out the airport and it was like, oh, nope. I want to go home.
Because Gav is does like literally like I love the heat, so I'm cool. I'm Sam, but like Gav was like struggling.
No.
So
Wasn't
no,
a fan.
I was even more of a hot mess than I am usually.
Aircon in the van though, it was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But Italy, honestly, as a recommendation, Italy blows your mind toy-wise. It was just, and the stuff that they love. And there's a lovely thing where, because we're meant to know what we're doing, right? Toy-wise. I mean,
You do, right? You guys are like the godfathers of toys.
but no, but you're not. And this is what I mean.
You go
We're not.
you go over there and you're like, "Huh,
Because there's stuff.
tell
there
me
and
about this.
Yeah.
Someone, please.
And this one toy that he said to me, he said, this is like my brother.
Yeah.
That's how he described his toy. And I was like, well, what is
He
it?
was talking about Mazinga.
This Mazinga, this
Giant
particular one.
Mazingas.
Which I know.
I'm looking up there.
We're looking at that. We sold both of them.
Yeah.
But they're like one of the Mazinga robots. And I go, so which one's this? And he was like,
Yeah.
it's Grandiose.
Like you're an idiot.
Yeah. And I'm going, so I can't remember which one is which. And he's like, because it's so ingrained in their consciousness. Whereas you can, I mean, like I bought a Luma with a stuffy Luma, and it was, I think it was like €8, and he threw it in.
Yeah.
And you're like
I
going,
mean, it was horrible.
it was horrible. But it's €8, and you're like going, but that's worth a lot. I mean, it was yellowed and it was horrible, and it kind of, in the end, he just threw it in. He said, "Oh no, but nobody buys it here. I know it's expensive, but nobody buys it."
I think we found an element of that when Ed came over here from Belgium, that like the stuff that we maybe take not for granted, but like the Action Force, for example, specifically the Action Force, he's like, oh, you just don't see that over there. Whereas again, I'm probably talking more to Gav than anyone else, like weird bootlegs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like that. I bet Italy. I know I found a few in Holland when I was over there. But like Italy is just
We've got to go back. Really,
Yeah,
we've said we're going to go back.
We are going back
Because like the first place we go in the show really should have been the last place, because we'd have spent all our money there.
Yeah.
Because we were sort of like, edging our bets, because I knew what else we were going to find.
I could have spent more money than I actually have, so 3p from there. But no, more. I could have spent a serious amount of money in there, and I wouldn't have touched the sides. It was one of them. It just kept going and going, and the stuff you don't see on camera as well. So it was just bonkers.
This is a physical shop, or you went
No,
to someone's
no,
like
it's a
warehouse or
secret-
collection, or
secret lockup.
Okay.
Underground lair. Let's give it some.
yeah, no, just thinking.
They're
I'll
always
go to Italy.
They're always the best ones, though, aren't they? The ones where you get little hookups.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, when we were at Laz's, that's where we found all going through all the totes, going through just have that, yeah.
In Italy, there's like everything's in banana boxes.
Yeah, banana boxes.
Weirdly.
Yeah.
So there's one lockup which is banana boxes, floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just pull them out, see what's in there. Every one you pull out, like, oh.
So we watched episode 1 back, and straight away we're like, why don't we ask about that?
Yeah.
Look in the background, why don't we ask about that?
There's one thing in particular, like, goops, like the rubbery frisbees goops.
Yeah.
He had a load of carded ones of them, and we didn't get them.
We forgot.
Oh, it's big market for good. I want the purple and green one that's like a vampire.
Yeah, he had it.
That's the one that I remember as a child. I had that one. So
30 euros, 35 euros.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen in the comments. I think it was Viper put the episode 1s out on your Patreon.
Oh, Patreon, yeah.
We'll have a look at them.
I'm pretty sure it was Viper.
The Patreon subscribers.
They got a treat.
Didn't you get Didn't you get blurt balls from Italy? I'm sure the Italians love a blurt ball as well.
Yeah, we did.
We got a box blurt ball from Germany.
Oh, that was it.
From Cushion Washer, yes. But the Cushion Washer episode is fabulous.
It is.
Did you get any SWAT cats in Italy?
Oh, SWAT cats.
No, I didn't see any. But
man.
Okay. Weird places you never know.
Yeah. And I only know them from you.
Yeah.
And no one else likes SWAT cats. It's just you.
SWAT cats is amazing. Dr. Viper is one of the. Oh, anyway, yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Such a good figure.
Early release of episode 1 on the Toyshop On Tour Patreon. Yeah, get on it. Get on it.
Yeah, we do try and give value on the Patreon, because we're aware at the moment people are a bit skinned. We're trying to give as much value as we can, so we do.
And they get an uncut episode as well. So they get a little bit extra.
It's a little bit. It's probably 2 minutes longer than the will come out.
The behind the scenes fisticuffs over toys.
Yeah, all the fights, all the drama.
Yeah, I've won all them.
It's funny. It's funny you say about the kind of the squeeze at the moment, because we were all very convinced on Sunday at the NEC. We're just like, let's just see how it goes. Cost of living.
Yeah.
Wow. I was not expecting the levels of spend that happened. It was.
It's true. I was actually at MCM Comic Con in London, as we know.
That.
And the amount of people there spending, ludicrous. Yeah. So people got money. You got money for toys.
Perhaps it's a toss-up between got to save money because things are going up, and it's the end of the world. Might as well spend some money. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah. Go buy a cheap blanket and don't bother with the electricity.
That's it.
I think we've been blessed by a very warm October, so we've not had the heating on, so we've been able to afford luxuries in life. We've not had to heat the flat.
Yeah. But, don't burn plastic to keep warm for loads of reasons.
Yeah.
Andrew Burford, save me a RoboCane, please.
We've already had one in the back for you.
There you go, mate. That's all yours, Andrew. That's all yours.
Look at that. I've always said I'd love a good Kane figure, because there just wasn't one. But I want like a Hot Toys style one with a lenticular face. That'd be well good, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Have you got the RoboCop Hot Toys?
Yeah, I've got Ed RoboCop and Ed 209 Hot Toys.
I've got, wicked. Ed 209 is massive, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, it fits exactly into a space in a Detolf, like exactly.
Just right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So hello, Dana. Hello, Leslie. How you doing? Hope you are well. Waiting for some more episodes to drop. Yes, indeed.
So when you say it's on Sunday, the first one drops?
It is 12 noon,
everybody.
Sunday, episode 1, unless you're a Patreon, which you can get access to it now, and episode 2 will be with you on Sunday.
Every Sunday leading up till, the end of it.
Yeah.
Is it
How many episodes?
is it 8 run or 10 run?
6,
Six.
but they're long.
Long. So each one, the shortest one is about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But most of them are an hour.
Do you still end each episode with having a chat over what your favourite phone of the day was?
Maybe.
Yeah, we've had to change it a bit because the last one, we episode series 1, we filmed per day. Every episode you saw was
it was a day of filming.
So you had to, at the end of the day, we just simply filmed that and went and had a beer, went to bed.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, some of the episodes took 2 days.
Yeah.
I think I think 2 days was probably longest.
We do
episode.
Toy of the Country.
Yeah,
Toy of the Country. Was there any day? I mean, you sort of touched on it earlier on. Was there any days where you were like, "This is a write-off. This is a disaster"?
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 days like that.
Yeah. No, there was, seriously.
There was one day, and you wouldn't. Well, we don't know.
We don't know. We've not seen episode. It's the last episode.
The final day went very, very wrong.
We'll probably discuss it on a live once the episode's out, because it was. If I say that Gav and Matt really kept on the road, I was ready to go home.
Yeah.
And they saved the show because I was. Yeah. Bear in mind, I'd done an extra 3 days to everyone else.
Yeah.
I'd driven all the way to Italy to meet them off the plane on my own, and I was tired and I wanted to get home to the family.
It was one of them. We were stood outside this place, like things weren't coming together. We were all like basically getting on each other's nerves. I just went and I'd wander off down the road. Matt sort of semi-followed me. You sat stalking.
Yeah,
it was a dark day, that one. But it came together. It was like,
But then you saw some toys and you're all like, "Oh, it's okay."
Yeah. I know what somebody's just asked about. That you can watch all the show same as normal, free on YouTube. But you just get a week early if you're on the Patreon, and you get exclusive content on Patreon as well.
Geekfest is completely free.
Yeah,
free there. We've got a massive screen with this Toyshop On Tour reel going on, toy stalls, my artwork, some other artwork, some other bits, 3D printing, James
comics,
doing his prop, loads of comics,
loads of cheap comics.
And the shop is open, and there's loads of other cool shops in Leicester as well. So come over.
So it's all free to get in from 12 here, and the shop's going to be open here from like 8:30, 9 o'clock, whenever they get in.
So you could come here first, and then come on over to us.
I think we'll probably have breakfast here, then go off and sort that out.
How did your I'm sure it was recently I saw you guys basically did not entirely, but a large re-cabinet.
Oh wow!
Section.
Yeah, we've done it twice. We've done the whole section in the middle of the shop and the sack side of the shop, and then we bought 4 more cabinets at vast expense because they were far more. We had basically fell on these cabinets.
They're not cheap. They're not cheap. They're big glass lighted cabinets, are they? They're a couple of.
The first ones were. Got them out of a vape shop that was kind of changing what they did, and basically. Yeah, they kind of put it in different words. Yeah. They sort of like, they needed the money. And then so we basically went in and said, we'll buy them. So we bought all them off them, and then we went to, we had to look for 4 more. We could work out, we could matching cabinets.
Yeah.
And we managed to fit them all in, but it cost us like an arm and a leg to get these 4 cabinets. So we kind of paid the price for the earlier cheap deal to get the one where we got pranked on, but there we go. It looked very pretty.
I was going to say worth it, 100% worth it. Which is very, very pro. Let's catch. Hello, Two Can Play at that. How you going?
So what date is your Geekfest thing on?
It is this Sunday. No, this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Saturday
the 5th.
Did we? It is Saturday. It is on Saturday.
Saturday the 5th. I have to give a quick shout out on Saturday the 5th. If you can get to Leicester, get to Leicester. If you're more southern, then very good friends of Toy Division, Sue and Sarah, are putting on their first.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
It's Saturday the 5th. I wrote down.
Okay.
November
What are they
5th.
doing? 2 weeks.
So yes, they're doing a Lego like a brick fair in Southampton. The dig town. Yeah,
we would have helped promote that. Next time they do one, we'll try and do something for them as well.
Yeah. So Sue and Sarah, check out the Toy Division Facebook page for the details, or give us a shout, whatever. But Sue and Sarah of Sura Toys, just basic legends, just lovely people, and they travel. They've do as many miles as Joe and Gav do around Europe, but on a weekend.
They are 2 of our favourites there.
Yeah,
they're the best.
Lots of Batman, lots of good Batman things.
Oh,
yes, yeah.
Batman and Lego.
See, Spot Cats is cool. It's a great cartoon.
I'm good. I mean, Andy, I've said this before the show, but I want your new Battle Beast book. Somebody just mentioned that I need one of those, and we want to be able to share it with people because that looks like a really
more than welcome to one.
For us that aren't so clever as you, Andy, and have to sort of refer to books occasionally.
No. I mean, this is all basically down to Ben from Bugsy's Toy Box. It was my idea, but he helped put it all together.
Wicked.
But,
we're looking forward to getting ours. So get on board.
Batesy will want one of them as well.
Yeah, Batesy.
Lots of people want one.
Yeah, lots of people
I can send them up. We can. Yeah, that's fine.
We'll sort something out.
As I said, I'm really surprised how well it's been.
Retro Ghetto.
Yeah, and Andy's smashing it with the Battle Beast book. And thanks to, if you haven't seen it, thanks to Theo, a really nice mention of Andy's book in his latest video on Slimehouse. Callum, amazing to see you. Obviously, always is on Sunday. Toyshop On Tour is generally my favourite series in the whole of YouTube. Can't wait for series. High praise. So I'm very behind.
Also shouts out the book. Just saying.
Yeah, big shout outs for the book. We like the book.
I've put Callum. I put your video on my watch later.
There you go.
So I'll be watching that tomorrow morning, getting ready for work.
There you go. Al wants to come to the shop. Do.
Oh,
Get up
there
there,
you go. Make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen. Let us know when you're coming in, and we'll try and actually be here. If it's a Saturday, Gav's never here.
Nope.
I'm normally here. But,
You guys are far too busy. Like, you've got film contracts to do, TV series to do. You know,
Signings, celebrity appearances, that kind of thing. Yeah.
I genuinely, I'm like that. Not for me. I was like that.
Selfie, yeah. Go on.
that's why you were at MCM Comic on the weekend, wasn't it? People were signing with you, right? People were there for you.
That's what it was. Yeah. I made loads of money. It was great.
I've done the cheat thing and just essentially just skipped all the comments. But hello to everyone, and everyone is excited to see not just Joe and Gav right now, but also the upcoming YouTube videos. So, yeah.
May I ask how many countries you visit?
It says it in the trailer, Andy. Pay attention, dear.
Oh, sorry.
But for the people, come on.
Does it actually say how many? I thought it just said we travel to different countries.
Well,
Did it say?
You can count.
It flashes very quickly. It's too. My fingers weren't that quick.
So Italy, Switzerland, and then into Germany, and then into
The
the
Netherlands.
Netherlands, then France, and then Belgium,
Okay.
and then home.
In a different orders to that.
Belgium, then France. We didn't miss out Belgium. We hopped Belgium.
Yeah, I was like, that shouldn't make more sense if you did it the other way.
Yeah,
we did.
I did the equation in my head when you said that essentially you sort of do one long episode per country and there's 6, and I went
That
6.
didn't work.
yeah. Oh, that's
Good.
the point. Yeah. Well, we didn't post that, to be fair.
No.
Hi guys.
Andy's out. Well, got a toy related question for Joe and Gav. Have either of you pre-ordered the Eternia set for £17,000, whatever it costs?
Nah.
Although I think any of this stuff. I mean, if you've got the pockets for it, great.
Yeah, go for it.
But it's new, so therefore it doesn't excite me that much.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you have
I'm
an
not
original
even gonna put
Eternia in the shop or in your collections?
Have we had we had one in 3 months ago.
Yes, not all of it.
I thought you were looking down to be like, here's one right now. Like,
No, it was there. That's why, because we're all men and we get confused.
And it was there months ago, and he's still looking.
Yeah,
down
still
there.
looking. It's like somebody says, "Have you got this?" And we go, "Yeah, we've got this."
It's oh no, it's over
it's
there.
not,
Oh no,
it's
it's
not.
over there.
Oh, we sold it. We're just very confused. I think the more we do and the older we get,
Yeah.
the more confused we get.
Do you guys get quite a lot of walk-ins in the shop of people bringing in stock to you?
Not as many as we used to.
No, we have a lot of people that get in touch and we have to go out to them.
That's sort of how it works now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big collections now, more than just sort of like a little box of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just imagining that one of you wasn't in the shop and like to come in and be either super hyped because something amazing has come in, or super irritated at how much the other one had spent on something that wasn't that great.
No, we kind of.
Something that happened.
It's always excitement when we're out buying. It's kind of it's the best feeling is buying stuff because it's cool. We're excited to buy the toys, and it's not a financial thing. It's just the joy of buying them. And there's some of our friends that we've bought collections off, and they'll say the same thing. We're genuinely revved when we get to someone's house to buy toys.
Yeah, we have to be
genuinely
sensible.
excited. Yeah,
But you know, while we were on Toyshop On Tour, we bought a collection and we were absolutely buzzing. We weren't buying it. We were like, "Oh no, you can't put it out. Let us see it first. Let us see it first."
Poor James here is like, he wants to get it out, get it sold. No, put it in the basement. We want to see it.
We need to see this.
We want to see the toys.
Yeah. So it's bad. So it's like an addiction, really.
Did you guys pick anything up that is staying in your personal collections, or
Yeah, that's all that happens with me.
Everything Gav buys is for Gav.
I got my favourite thing. I bought some Poochie shoelaces. Brilliant.
Which Poochie?
Poochie? Little pink dog from the 80s. Yeah, I've got my Poochie badge on actually. I think.
This is a man that wants nothing to do with any of the current. You know, like, forget about your He-Man and your Visionaries and your Centurions. We're talking about shoelaces. We're talking Poochie. That's what it's like.
Right.
He's got all them.
Yeah, I've got all the other
stuff. He had that years ago.
Yeah.
So it's now this sort of the weird stuff that Gav loves, and it's infectious. So we have I've got mates like that. I'm not being funny. Don't think this. I'm not offending.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Mates,
I know
well-respected toy collectors that are like in the Star Wars community and like that, and they're now looking at. Oh, I'm looking for weird stuff because they've seen the show and
ruined it.
Now all the weird stuff's getting expensive.
Yeah,
we have this conversation fairly regularly. And you guys, I mean, however me, Aaron, and Andy feel about it, you guys would feel 100-fold more, I'd imagine. The amount that you see, you have touched, you have owned, been through your hands, you get to a point where it's like, right, well, I want something that the only question in my mind when I look at it is, why would someone make this? Who is this for? That sort of thing. Like, you know, we've all had the Mad Balls, so give me the knockoff Mad Balls. Give me the worst ones.
Exactly. Yeah.
The worst ones you've got. Oh, that's what I want.
Or give me the Mad Ball knee pads.
Ryan had the Mad Balls glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great. They are. Yeah.
Why? But they look so good.
In episode 4, we actually see the weirdest ET I've ever seen, and it's episode 5 in Belgium.
Oh,
it's the weirdest ET I've ever seen
in Elmu,
and it's one of them things where
fantastic.
you're kind of going, I really, really want that, and that's now in my head of going,
I'd not seen
want
that bit.
It's not expensive. It's nothing like that. It's not to do for my collection at home. I don't think there's anything mega money in it. Most of it's just stuff like, I really want that. I'm taking that home. You know, I got excited about Asterix figures.
Well, that comes on to one of my questions. What I actually had here was that when you guys were out there in Europe, the one that got away, that thing that you saw it and you never got back to it, you left it because you weren't too sure about it.
Not sure. In Lulu Blue in Paris, they had a so you know X Bomber, Starfleet, the Die X. In there, they had basically the Die X on a tricycle with a balloon. And I should have bought it home. It's like, when are you going to see that again? You're not.
Never.
My one was in an undisclosed place, so I'm not going to tell you where it was, but it was in a back room and we couldn't show it on camera.
Oh yeah.
But essentially, I don't know if I'm going to say it.
Yeah, go on.
But essentially, a hive.
No one's watching. Just say it. It's fine. It's only a hive.
It was a boxed hive. Sector hive.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And like, for
That's
me,
a big box.
I've never had a box one before.
Yeah.
So I was immediately like, how much is that? And, you know, in that sort of voice.
In that leering, kind of horrible old man voice.
Yeah. Like Vic Reeves on Shooting Stars. I was properly like, but you know, it's not available. It wasn't for sale. But it was just exciting to see it. But I bought Grails on the trip. Yeah. And there is a kicker with the Grail. Some of the Grails.
Let's not spoil.
No, but there is
we
a
won't
kicker.
talk about
Kicker with one of them.
I saw one of my personal Grails on at the NEC, which I didn't buy because, well, reasons. But Robbo Toys has snagged himself a really nice boxed Fossilsaurus, Rocklord's Fossilsaurus.
Did that come off? Jay had one for sale.
Yeah,
I think Batesy bought that. Jay Runge had one for sale.
I think Robbo got it in like a private. Someone went, I've got all my childhood toys. It's perfect, apart from it's missing the 2 earpieces.
This one's missing one. I think one item off it. One item, not the 2 earpieces.
Yeah,
I think your buddy's missing the one here. I think he might have put it up on one of the sides.
I think he did. It's got one earpiece missing.
Yeah.
I'll buy both of them and it'll be fine. What's that? No worries.
Fossilsaurus is cool. I've only had probably 2 or 3 in my time, so it's a properly hard piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, Italy, man. That's where you'll find that sort of stuff. It's amazing. Amazing.
I'd rather let the professionals find it and then pay a premium because I'm lazy.
Well, that's not us.
We'll find it for you instead.
We'll find it, yeah. We're not professional.
What do you mean? You've got a drone and everything? That's nothing more professional than a drone shop.
No, definitely
So,
not.
so how many shops did you go to out there? Well, I know you said the countries.
We don't know because it was fluid, right? So when you do these things, what you have is you have a list, and it takes us probably a day per day to get organised. So me and Gav will be in the shop. We'll plan a route. We'll plot everything. We'll work out how long we've got in each shop to film, and then we've got to work out how far it is to travel. Often forgetting that we need to stop for a drink or go to lunch.
Always forget that.
We always forget that because we're trying to get because we haven't. Because financially, the more days on the road, the more money. Each day costs sort of £600 minimum, not including buying toys. So we're always trying to sort of go, well, that's money that we burn. We don't get that money back. So we're always trying to work that out.
And always, when you're watching it, think of poor old Matt lugging the big camera around, unfed.
Sweating. We do,
in 100-degree heat, just
That's it.
It's bad. But no, so we had a couple of shops that dropped out as well last minute that weren't there. One guy I forgot he was on holiday and we'd gone to his shop. It was a lovely bloke. And then we had other people which, well, we don't want to spoil episode 6.
Some other things happened.
And so you know the accurate count probably isn't there till we've actually watched them all. Because there's a lot we nipped into, particularly in France. We kind of went into. We had to find something on this day. We were kind of like burning through filming, burning through money. We had to find something to do.
Did you pop into it's something a space? It's a spacey in Amsterdam.
Space Oddity in Amsterdam. We did.
Yeah,
we've just watched that episode actually.
Oh, cool! I bought some lovely big Ren and Stimpy. I went there with some friends for recreational purposes, not me, but whatever. And I came back with 2 giant Ren and Stimp, and they were like, "Are you joking?" I had them with me on the plane, hand luggage, lovely.
I got I'm going to tell you a little Mothra Lava finger puppet, which was amazing.
It's really cool that thing as well.
I love it. Mothra finger puppet.
No, Mothra Lava, not
Mothra Lava. Oh, right. No, I was going to say not.
Leo, what's the question? What's the biggest collection, Joe? Biggest in terms of quantity was probably the Lego collection.
That was huge.
I don't even want to talk about that Lego.
I mean, like, I sold a Lego set about a month ago, and I said I'm not buying used Lego ever again because it's a mass. Because everybody you buy it off says, it's complete. It's complete. Never complete. They're lying. They don't mean to lie. They think it's complete, so they're not being horrible. It just never is. It never is. So you've got to check things like figures are there. And I said I'll never do it again. Anyway, I've probably got about in excess of 100 Lego sets on this shelf.
All up here.
You saw the pictures of it. It's huge.
You forgot you said you'd never do it again and decided you'd only ever buy Lego, is what it looks like.
Basically, never do it again, just buy 10 times the amount.
Yeah, it's like somebody's there just going, he said that. He's a big fat fool.
But were they all skilled, or was it just on trust that it's all there?
No, basically, it's not all there. We've already had one item returned. Yeah. Because that's what I mean. But this person meant genuinely, no, everything's there. I've checked everything. But people don't know. But that's probably the biggest in terms of bulk. The most expensive one was a modern figure collection, which was 16. That was huge
16
as well.
16 grand.
16 grand on modern stuff. Didn't excite me. Yeah. It came off a really good friend of ours. And we're still paying him off.
But like some like amazing figure. It's like all old NECA stuff, things like that. Sort of.
Like McFarlane state-of-the-art NECA, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Lots of cool stuff, lots of like lightsabers, aliens.
All that as well,
Like there was a lot of bulk. It was a really good.
You could have filled a small shop with this collection.
Definitely. Yeah, you could have filled it.
On the Lego hype, the stuff. Have you? Do you? Obviously, you sell Lego at the shop. Is it a mixture? I'd imagine you have old and new stuff.
It is a complete mixture. Yeah.
We've got brand new sealed sets, and we've got lots and lots of really nice used sets. But all we're saying with the used sets is saying, please check them. Check things like the figures are there and any key pieces. We discovered the other day, a gentleman went through one of the castle sets, one of the big castles, it's very expensive. And the base had got a crack in it. And it was that put him off.
Yes. The base. Yeah, it's really fragile base.
Fragile base. It got a crack in it. Everything else was bang on.
They can go quite brittle, the big bases, the space ones in particular. They just get a bit, Yeah.
So, but no, the collection's immense.
Yeah.
So, but it was one of them. But that's probably the biggest in terms of bulk. But yeah, the most expensive.
And minifigures. Poor old James who works here.
Yeah.
Him and Bates have been down in the basement because the minifigures came in 4 big boxes, and all the accessories were in another box.
Oh,
so they
made him pair them all up.
Hundreds of minifigures to pair them up. Yeah.
Star Wars helmets. Star Wars.
I mean,
helmets.
I could think of worse places to work. I've got to be honest.
Ruined him, hasn't it? It's ruined James this week.
James is like seriously suffering with depression.
Yeah.
We need to try and help him out.
And Andy, you raise a good point. When I'm sitting there trying to work out like VLOOKUP formulas in my Excel spreadsheet on my 5G rollout, I'd rather be pairing minifigures up. But you know,
absolutely.
Grass is always greener, isn't it?
A 5G rollout, a rap group, or if not, why not? That's what I want.
We'll form that.
Yeah, 5G rollout. You heard it here first.
It's telecoms. Yeah.
Get it, Callum.
We'll get Retro Ghetto in.
That's just going to say. Yeah, best theme tune on YouTube.
Yeah. Hello, Christian. Great to see you. Hilariously, Andy, we all signed the Battle Beast book just out of spite, apart from you, who made it. So, it's pretty fun.
I mean, that makes it more special. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it devalues it more. Did I buy that? I bought the large gremlin. I bought that at Ian's shop, which is the vintage toy monster in Portsmouth, which was a location that these gents visited in Series 1 of
great shop. I love Ian's shop.
Yeah. And I didn't drop other merch. I knocked it over with the gremlin. There's a big difference.
I'm pretty sure a lot of merch did drop.
Well, watch Aaron's video to watch me whack. They're quite cumbersome, the life-size gremlins.
It's not just my video. You've got one from one angle that I filmed it, and Ed filmed it from a completely different angle.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Nothing did break though, to be fair.
There is in episode 1, if you watch, and also all the episodes, watch right to the end on Toyshop On Tour, because every episode is something. In the end of episode 1, there's just a little bit of a incident. But every episode has got something, little Easter egg at the end of every one. So
someone smashing a toy, I hope, throwing something in a river. That's what I like.
Pure anger.
Pure rage. So Italy's where, there is, like as we were saying, lots of odd pieces in Italy. Most rare wrestling-related merch and pieces from Italy. Am I right in saying, guys, you might know this, you probably can't see him, the star, ridiculous-faced...
yes.
Are they Italian or Spanish? Or neither?
I don't know if they're Italian or Spanish, but you see lots of them in Italy, lots of them in Germany, not all in Europe. We actually
found
bought one in Germany.
And wasn't Big Boss Man, was it, with his nightstick and?
No. It wasn't one of the rest. It was one of the Marvel ones.
Okay. Oh right. Yeah. Have they got similarly clean faces?
They're not quite as crazy as the wrestling ones.
No. But they are.
So we do see some of them. In the show.
Yeah. Well, you definitely saw some in Italy. Are they in the show?
No, it was in Supervision, Strong Vision, Strong Vision
in Germany.
Yes.
Okay.
That shop's amazing, by the way.
Out the back. That's where it's good.
That's where it's good. You go to the front and you go, that's good stuff. There's some cool stuff in here, but then you go out the back and you're like,
yeah.
I have a suspicion we wouldn't get invited out the back.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the secret handshake? Like, come on.
Have a camera. Have a big camera.
The big camera really does open doors.
We'll tell you this story, actually. So what happened is...
don't tell them where.
No, one of the shops were not too pleasant with us. And I'd gone in to sort of introduce it, say, look, we've talked to you, we're going to come and film. And the guy basically said to us, you can film your purchases. No, you can buy your stuff, and then you can film the stuff you bought, and that's it. And we're like,
But we prearranged them at this point.
And we'd already prearranged it.
By the way, at this point, I'm flipping.
I'm fuming in the van because I'm mic'd up and they're listening to this going down.
That also isn't for him to say, because if you buy something, you can do literally whatever you want with it.
Let's not get
so anyway, Matt comes in and Matt's so cheery and he's doing his his accent.
Brilliant.
And he's got the big camera with him. And the guy's eyeing up the camera, and Matt's like, "Oh, so can we just film the outside then? Is that all we can do?" And the guy's like, "No, do what you got to do." And it was like that was it, the big camera.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you when this finishes what shop that was, because that sounds very, very familiar.
Yes,
you'll know. You'll be able to guess it.
You'll know. They have lots of no photos, pictures.
Yeah.
all over the shop.
But we pre-arranged it, and that was.
I think you guys know where that is.
Yeah, I know where it is. I know exactly where it is.
We shouldn't perhaps discuss
No,
it.
we won't say where it is, but yeah, you guys.
I do find that not that attitude, but that general vibe quite sort of conflicting sometimes, because it's like you're selling toys which are supposed to bring fun and joy, and it's just like, don't enjoy yourself in here. Don't look at these things. Stop bothering me. I mean, why are you in the business?
And they weren't having fun in the shop either. It was all business.
And I think that's the thing. If you like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody will think, and you think it's like, you know, it's one of them things where you're just having fun all day.
It's just a silly job,
and it's just a silly.
But it's not. It's hard work.
Really hard work. It's really stressful. At the same time, it is fun. We are every day. If we're not having fun, we're doing it wrong. Yeah. But then there is a lot of stuff that we do need to, you know, you do need to pay the bills. You do need to do things, and it is stressful. Yeah. It is hard doing this series. I mean, it's about broke you on it. And poor Matt. I mean, Matt's under pressure trying to finish everything as well. And
Matt's in Camden tonight doing a gig in Camden.
So I'm not sure what you guys are complaining about, if I'm honest. When the NEC was definitely not going to be happening next year, someone commented on a Facebook group that it's a well-known fact that every single person that sells at NEC makes £3,000 to £4,000 per show, so they should really pay for the parking. I don't know what the problem is. It's easy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all right. They make £3,000. So it's that
weird. Yeah, they take that much.
Yeah,
yeah.
Even if
we don't, by the way, never take that sort of money.
yeah. No, it's kind of. It's a weird thing. So it's a weird thing. Like when you buy something for £50 and it's worth 100, right? That's kind of the rule of thumb we go by. So if it's worth, you know, if somebody comes in the shop, we'll say, look, it's worth 100 quid. That's what it's worth. Look, we'll show you on eBay or whatever. And then we'll pay about 50 quid for it. Unless it's something we really love, in which case we pay more. And everybody goes, well, that's great. You make 50 quid. That's a bit of a rip-off. And we go, no, we've got VAT to pay. That's 20%. So then all of a sudden you've got 20% off that thing. It's your 30 quid. So you've got 30 quid profit, right? But then you've got a shop, you've got staff, you've got 20% of the actual profit at the end. So on a 100 quid item, you're selling something 100 quid, you actually make about 12 quid.
I think the bricks and mortar element, the electricity, the rates, the council tax, the paying people's wages, that's the bit people, it's a toy shop. I bet you guys do it for free, just for fun.
Well, you know what? But at the same time, that sounds quite negative, but we have so much fun every day. We come into work. Every day is absolutely great. Great fun. So we're very fortunate, and we do love coming in. But it is one of them things, and like when you live it every day, it is. And like I'm still chasing stuff. Like I'm on an American auction at like 2:00 in the morning, trying to buy a certain item. Then it goes too expensive, and you're like, oh, I better go to sleep now. And then you've got to half 6, you've got to drive to like somewhere down London to buy another collection.
Yeah, they say if you're not buying, you're dying. You're a shop like you guys.
100%.
Are you finding that the vintage toy market is narrowing with regards to what's available? A lot of the people that we know, they're not struggling to find that. It's just not as available because people are sort of seeing more value in it, selling it privately.
I'd say the opposite at the minute.
Yeah, we're kind of crazy with stuff.
Cool.
We're getting big collections because people are trying to make the money.
Yeah. You know what? It's a real shame because people are having to. Not much of this, but genuinely, we all say to people, don't have regrets. And we know that some people are going to sell a collection, and they're going to have to do it. I've done it. I've had to do it to keep my business going. I've had to sell 2 collections of mine, completely sell them, everything. But I don't regret that because I've still got the shop, and if without selling them, I wouldn't have had the space.
That's it. We'll get collections in, and people will be like, you'll see them pick something up, and be like, oh.
So we pay for them,
and then it's like, just keep that. You clearly don't want to sell that.
We're giving the same money. Just keep it.
I'm sort of clearing a lot of stuff out myself. I'm trying to go for the same. If you have 100 GI Joe figures, keep 1 or 2, and that represents the collection. Like you don't have to have everything all the time.
Need them all. Just the stuff you like.
Yeah.
But
the problem is, I like it all.
But we have that thing of being a completist, don't you? And the people that want to buy everything, and then you get people that go, actually, I can't. And also, not many. I mean, there is something coming up very soon where you do see a man that's got everything out, and even you think, oh, he's got enough space to put everything out in here, and even he's got like a blooming barn full of stuff.
But I felt a little bit like that. So apologies, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but you went in series 1. You visited someone who is like a serious Star Wars guy. He had the unopened Millennium Falcons in the boxes in a box.
Oh yeah,
Peter Weeks.
Peter Weeks. Down
Thank you, yeah. I feel like okay. So you've essentially you've completed Star Wars. That's done. So where'd you go? Oh well, I'm going to get everything graded loose, and I'm going to get everything graded boxed and cut. And you just think like, geez, where's the end? Like
it never
well, it never ends.
That's
the point. It doesn't end. So for me, I collect. Somebody asked earlier what we collect. Gav collects like loads
anything.
And he's got most things anyway.
Any old rubbish, whatever.
Yeah. Throw it at me.
Weird stuff. For me, I collect Fisher Price Adventure People is kind of my main collection. I collect Asterix. I collect Tintin. I collect weird French cars, so Citroens, particularly plastic, weird plastic stuff. And I collect odd stuff. I just bought some D'Artagnan figures which I took home.
Oh, they were great.
There's anything like that where I thought, that's something cool. But there's still stuff that I have never ever got, which I had as a kid, that I want to buy. So there's
like little BBC D'Artagnan figures.
Yeah, the ones from
Spanish.
Portugal,
Spain. That's it.
Yeah, those ones. Ace.
But I'd just like to pick up anything that's like a bit rubbish. Look at this Alf. Amazing.
Oh yes,
a little finger clipper. Yeah,
and also a furry ET.
Yeah.
Are they one of those little clip things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool.
I was when you said earlier on about how you found an awful looking ET. I thought to myself, you'll do a job because most ET figures I see, ET and Yoda. There's something about ETs and Yodas that always make me laugh.
Yeah, the ET we see in episode 5 is so
amazing.
Oh, it's weird.
Yeah, just
really
weird.
So Andrew will be in the shop tomorrow. Excellent.
Right, good. We'll see you then.
Hi, Retro Ram. Loving the little Dracula figure got from Leicester Vintage the other week.
Carded little Dracula, yeah.
Retro Ram. Why is your name Retro Ram? Are you a Derby County fan, or is it just because you like Ram or Bulls? Or Bulls?
Let's not get into that.
Is it a computer reference to do with random access memory?
Maybe.
Oh, that's a bit too.
There he is again with his technical stuff.
Spanish, Leo. There you go.
Spanish. Thank you very much, Leo. You know more about it than me, but thank you for the knowledge. Viper. Gav and Joe, what comics?
Oh, at Geekfest. We've got a comic dealer I've signed on today who's got a load of good stuff, but we've got some really nice sort of Secret Wars era Marvel comics down there.
Nice.
And then a load of that, like UK Mask and Transformers and all the toy line.
All the old stuff, basically. Loads of
cool.
And
good selection of everything, really.
There'll be deals on them as well. There'll be loads there.
Yeah.
A lot at £1 each, 6 for 5.
But there is actually a full run of Secret Wars going to be on the table.
Yeah.
So,
all the people, the guys I know that have sort of premises or sell for a living. The comics is a weird one because there's obviously comics that are worth a lot of money, but at the same time, I know that you guys would pick up a collection. You end up with just thousands of the things. So
we try not to bother with comics, do we?
Yeah,
we don't generally do them in the shop, but it's just like, if you buy a collection, it's kind of like. You kind of just take them many. I bought a collection the other day and I bought 3 boxes of comics and I'm thinking, what the heck am I doing with this?
Well, yeah. Essentially put them in a box and save 50p a cut and just try and shift them, I guess.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we've got some, but there is some really nice stuff in there as well. So, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Evening TJC.
Can I ask you guys, we all know you guys buy lots of stuff. You've seen everything to a degree, whatever. Is there a particular line that you're fed up with seeing? Like you just
Star Wars.
Right, okay, I was actually going to say, is it Star Wars?
Yeah.
And it's not because we don't love Star Wars. Both of us started out. Star Wars.
We'll get the figures and they're really nice, but you've seen it.
You lose that sort of like, oh my god, that's amazing once you've seen it X amount of times.
Yeah. There's only so many. I mean, I don't know how many yak faces I've had in my life.
And it's like I love a man, but now you're like, I've seen him.
He's brilliant. But,
Have you seen the super rare yellow Chewie with only one arm that we keep finding at car boots? Apparently, it's really hard to find.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them, but not. Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, I mean, there is always something to discover with Star Wars. I saw an Australian release Leia on a Jedi card and it was a layer poncho, and a poncho was like pink.
Oh,
I was like, I've never seen that before. I was excited by that, and it's the first time I've been excited by a Star Wars item for quite a long time.
Good to think what the price tag on that was.
Oh yeah, hideous. I mean, that's
Star Wars tax.
Yeah.
I do have to admit though, your C3PO in an awkward position it is a great piece.
The one item not for sale in the shop.
Well, it's
two
kind
items.
the last one I saw sell was £500, and that's my market.
Yeah, they've gone up.
They've gone up a lot, and I'm now like going.
So see, I was all right at 3, and I'm like, oh, I'll have that at 3.
So it's like one of them things of like, if somebody came with £500, that nearly pays for an episode, so they can buy it.
I'd be so sad though.
It would be, but it's not. It's kind of not for sale. We haven't got much that's not for sale.
No, I know what you mean. It's that kind of bit that you go, just put a little bit higher up on it because we don't really want it to sell.
Well, we're talking to when we were talking about it, I think it might have been Toy Scavenger Paul. He's got a Thundercats lair, lair, and it's like, this is the price for me to sell it. Otherwise, I'll keep it. And there's always bits like that, right?
Was that the one at the NEC at the weekend?
It was the one.
We heard. Yeah.
I want it.
Andy went at the NEC at the weekend, so that's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's still got it. I'm trying to do a handshake with him about something. But yeah,
some love for Joe's hand. But Gav, were you hiding from the sun the entire?
All the time.
I because my son's poorly, I go on holiday quite a lot and make sure that he has lots of sun before winter, otherwise he gets quite ill.
And I'm slathered in factor 50 plus even now.
Yeah, so we go anywhere, and if Gav's with us, it's like he's under an umbrella. In series 1 and episode 3, when he's reading Clive Barker's books of Blood on the Beach, and I'm running in the sea.
You run off into the sea at the end of it.
Sorry,
you run off into the sea at the end of it, I think.
No, it's during the episode, I think. I can't remember.
During the episode, I remember there's one where definitely you run off into the ocean.
Yeah, and Gab's there sitting on reading Clive Barker's books of Blood on the Beach.
I imagined you had an earpiece and you listened to like Sisters of Mercy or Bauhaus or something.
The Damned or the Mission.
I can answer this one, Adam. The NEC show on the 27th of December is absolutely on, and it is not the last one, as lamented by us for the last 2 weeks. What a waste of time that was. So I've got my diary out.
Well, it's not, because it's the last Christmas one. It's the last 27th of December one.
Good show. It probably is.
100% true.
The two that have been announced for next year are Sunday the 16th of April and then Sunday the 1st of October for your diary. So 16th of April, 1st of October, they're going to be the two NEC. But it's really good news that it's still going, because it's a real great meeting point for the North and the South, and everyone's coming together.
It's an institution, the NEC. It was sad to lose Donington years ago. That was a great show. Those that remember, they've been doing it a long time. Donington Park was flipping awesome. I loved that show.
I did it once, and I was like, this is really good. And then I think that might have been their last one.
Yeah, so
well, there you go.
You ruined it for everyone.
Riff-raff. Get back.
Speaking of which, thanks, mate. Seeing how we dress, everyone knows we don't make any money. Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah, it is weird that people have this sort of viewpoint of like they make this and they make that. Because there are some people, but I remember going to a toy fair in 2008 in my wife's Renault Clio diesel, and I only had enough fuel to get there, not enough fuel to get back. It was snowing, and I was driving up this hill going towards Lincoln, in Lincoln Toy Fair, and on the other side of the dual carriage was a BMW 3 Series just sliding sideways with children in the back going,
so it's slow motion.
And I'm like, I managed to get there, and I had to pay the rent, and I came home, and I'd managed to get enough money to pay the rent, and then I paid the rent, and I got enough for a bag of chips on the way home for me and the wife, and got some fuel, and then I had no money left, and I went to the shop on the Tuesday. This was a Sunday. The shop didn't open on a Monday because it was in a market. Went to the shop on the Tuesday and made 40 quid, and I thought, we go again. And that's how it was. Here we go.
We're alive. One more day. Yeah,
we're alive. That was how it was.
We're eating egg sandwiches tonight.
Yeah. So, Tim will often say, Tim that works Saturdays, the oldest Saturday boy in town, will often say that I'd ring him up on a Friday and go, Tim, can you bring a couple of £100 in tomorrow? So I've got no money. And I'd going over the end of the day, counting the pounds out the till. It's been lively. It's been some real tight When you count out at 20p, trying to work out if you've got enough electricity for the meter, you know it's tight.
Yeah. On that note, from Leo, a business type of question: do Joe and Gav have a set amount of cash allocated to buying collections,
Nope.
or is it just a case of? I mean, I would imagine it's a case of as it comes, you see what's what, really.
Yeah. See what it is, work it out. Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's not one of them things where we like to have a slush fund of money. Let me tell you right now, we never have that amount in the bank until somebody comes with a collection. They go, "I've got a collection. It's this much," and then you go, "Right, we need to get this money involved.
Get that group sale on.
Let's get it on."
Aaron, that feels like the grown-up version of me and you at a car boot when my lowball tactic of I see what I've got in my pocket. These guys have got stacks of cash somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's it. If you ever see a big group sale, it's probably because we've got a collection coming up.
Yeah.
Something news coming in. Yeah. I'm sure everyone in the chat is already a member, but if you're not a member of the Leicester Vintage sales group on Facebook, do yourself a favour and become a member, because when these fire sales happen, honestly, when they really need the cash, some really nice stuff comes up, and it's very affordable.
And a lot of time, we understand that people make money on it, and we're cool with that.
Yeah,
we don't care if someone makes money, because we've made a bit of money on it in the first place. Quite often, we'll buy a collection. And what we'll do is we'll get the stuff that we want for the shop. We want these items for the shop because they're going to make our shop better.
Yeah.
But this stuff, we've kind of got stuff that's similar. It's stuff where we can get our money back on the deal. So let's say we bought a collection for £1,000. We might want to get that £1,000 back in quite quickly because we know we've got another collection coming the next day, and you want to keep that £1,000 rolling. So what we'll do is we'll aim to get a certain amount on the group. So like we'll have this conversation at the start of the week going, right, we can do 1,500 quid this week on the group. That's what we said this week. Yeah. So tomorrow there'll be 750 quid, 800 quid of stuff going on the group tomorrow. Then basically it means that we've got enough money to pay this, pay that, and that keeps that same money in the account. And that's always the aim. It's not like a thing of, it's not an exact science.
No, far from it.
No, but it's just we try and make sure there's enough value for someone to be able to go and buy it. Make a bit on it, or if you collect it, you get a bit of a deal, and you can actually sell it.
It's so good, but it's very, as I say, when I saw those Centurions guns the other day disappear, like I looked at it far too late, but I was like, do I put in a third claim? Because I saw I was like, do I say thirds? But yeah, no,
that's my only biggest gripe with it, because it's not obviously Joe and Gav's fault. It's just Facebook, how they work. It's like 3 hours ago. They posted this, and you're like, that's pretty nice. Comment. Sold. You're like, oh, that's 3 hours ago. Just
sold with 12 backup claims. Comments.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like, great. I was like, working. That it was, that's the only downside to it. But no, there is some great stuff that goes up on there. I think I bought some Black Series off you guys actually from it. One of the sales, and again, that was like, I got the Wampa. That was something I was looking for, and that was one of those things. It was like 3 hours ago. I was like, great, figure that I wanted, decent price, sold, and no one claimed on it. I was like,
of course they didn't, mate. It was Star Wars. No one wanted it.
No one wants it.
It was a Black Series Wampa.
Yeah, we love Star Wars. So, but it is one of the things that you do get a bit jaded because you see so much. But when something comes in that you haven't seen or you haven't got, or you haven't seen for ages, that's a different story. Then it becomes a different. We're going to see. We don't want to give too much away, but we're going to see. We're going to do another UK special start of next year sometime, and we're going to see a couple of collections there. We've got Star Wars in, but it's kind of weird, cool Star Wars stuff. So it's like, that's cool.
That's cool. Oh, Aaron, no Pogs yet made by Retro Ram. Get on it.
Retro Ram knows it now. He bought it with all the great intentions of making Pogs, and that's going to sit on your shelf for the next 2 years.
I could make Pogs out of anything. You're not going to hire because it's a massive hassle.
Although the Pog machine you got off me, the box on it is absolutely
really nice piece.
It's a nice box, and for a collection bit, it's decent. But you're never going to make the Pogs, mate. Stop kidding yourself.
Jason just rubbing it in my face. The Kraken's still there. It's upsetting. But
we had a Kraken not long ago.
We did have a Kraken.
Yeah, you sold it to Tony, I believe. Tony, right?
So we could have sold that about 6 times over.
Yeah. I'm sure you must have a mailing list. Like if you get stuff in, you know who wants it. So you're like,
no, we don't do it.
We don't do that.
We purposely don't.
Okay.
Because it's not fair. Because you think about it, if somebody says to you, like, I mean, Star Wars has slowed a little bit now, I'd say, but when it was busy, everybody goes, "Do you ever get a yak? Let me know." You're like yak every sort of like 3 or 4 weeks.
And there's and you'd have a queue of 30 people who want a yak.
you'd be like sort of you never get to the person that sort of, and then you'd end up chasing people all the time. So we all say keep your eye on the thing, and then just basically
if you're first in, you'll get
Yeah,
it.
fair enough. I didn't know some of the high end stuff, like the Clash of the Titans stuff, like that wasn't like I don't know what it cost, but I know it wouldn't be a cheap figure sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've got some of the characters which I pick up for like 20, 30 quid. I know that's not going to be like that.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. I often thought maybe you just got like we've got this in, let's see if such and such wants it or such and such.
No, he literally he saw we got it. He contacted us.
Yeah,
it was
and
good.
we do that the same for everyone, really.
Yeah.
We try and make it fair, because otherwise, if you're going to get people to go, watch the Facebook page, and go, well, they sell it only to people that they've been in contact with. I always find that, but it's important. If you're a toy dealer starting out, doing that's really important. Taking names, making people feel valued is really important. And we try and make people feel valued by doing so much, like with the show, with all the things that we do. But because like we have a lot of people that follow the shop, then we kind of look. You get in contact with us. Keep your eye on things. We will put things up there. Yeah. If you invest in us, it could pay off. And it works well. Because otherwise, we'll be ringing. People say, "Oh, can't you take my details?" Well, no, because if we did that, the 20 guys before you would be ahead of you, and you'd never get a chance to buy it.
And we've just not got time.
We're not.
You also end up kind of to a certain degree being like private shopper toy hunters for people, which is not the purpose of what you do at all.
No. We have the shop here. We know that all this stuff that's in the shop we can sell. In theory, if you get it all online, we can sell it tomorrow.
Yeah. Sure.
But the fact is, it's just too much work, and then you don't have a shop to come to. So what's the point?
It's better to be a physical shop. I'm not a fan of online shopping. I know I've never made the pilgrimage up to you guys, and I will one day. But I'd much rather go into a shop.
You must come up. It's and it's ever changing. We're buying stuff every day. Every day something comes to the door or arrives. So when we say we don't get many people walk in, we just don't get massive collections of walk in generally. But yeah, we have got some nice Transformers coming this weekend.
I was livid with myself because I saw in this is a while ago now. Aaron's video, you had a Inhumanoids. You know what I'm talking. The kind of big.
Not the tree.
Oh, is it the one Theo had?
I think Theo bought it.
Yeah.
The one, the gold plastic one, basically, that is just unbelievably breaky.
Yeah.
Also, just mention Theo. How good was that video with the Muckman?
It was good, that.
Oh, man.
We can't talk about Muckmen. There's a whole saga going on about Muckmen and things that people need for Muckmen. But yeah. Question for the guys. Will any of you be attending the 40th anniversary exhibition of Action Force at Colville?
Yeah, but I can't remember when it is. And it's not in my diary. So please message me and tell me what it is, because I've completely forgot. But yes, I'm meant to be there. That's cool. Because basically I want to go and buy some stuff. It's lovely. And also Bob's going to be there, Bob Brecken, and a few other people. So
awesome.
That's the intention. Yeah, TJC. We'll hopefully be there. Hey JC. Hey TC. We'll be there. I couldn't remember the name.
The only thing that I was desperately tempted to buy at NEC was another Action Force Robo Skull, but everyone told me to sort my life out because I do have a really nice one. You don't need two.
No.
I
else have one.
We had two Robo Skulls.
I called your bluff on it. I said go do it.
You did. You were the only one that enabled me. Everyone else said.
I was the only one to believe in you.
Yeah, you had faith.
Robo Skulls are really cool.
So good.
Well, that's why we've got one painted on the shutters. It's just.
I know. I love it. Iconic, genuinely brilliant toy. A great size. The scale works for me. Everything about it's wicked. Black and red. Yes, please.
Yeah, and if you talk to the guys that designed it at Palitoy, you talk to those like Bob, Dave, all the different guys that had that work. They're really proud of it. It's a great thing. It's a TIE fighter for Action Force. We know that. But it's a flying skull.
It's a skull with wings. Come on.
That's literally what I was about to say. That's some of the toys out there. I'd love to be in the room when it got pitched. Like, hear me out, boys. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Think of a skull. And not just a skull, a red skull. It's a bad guy skull.
Yeah.
Some TIE fighter wings on the side of it.
Aaron, do you think it's one of them that it's like there's silence? Someone just goes, skull with wings?
Yeah. And everyone goes, nah. And then someone goes, red skull with wings. Yeah. Going back to the TV show, and I think I have a couple of questions written down, and I've seen a few people in the comments ask the same thing as well.
I know. Sorry, I'm
it's all cool.
too involved with
Cool.
listening. I'm trying to jump through comments, but I'm not doing very well.
There's a lot of comments popping up, but I'm going to cover a few of them in this question. Series 3.
Yeah,
that's on my list. When are you going to America, guys? Come on.
Right.
Is that the America? Is season 3 America, or is that going to be?
Season 3 is America. Our thing is with it, because we have got other things planned, which we'll get to in a minute, because we're going to do an exclusive announcement for what we're doing. Not quite next, because the thing that we're doing next is kind of there already, and that's coming out on Boxing Day. So we have a Boxing Day, a very special, which comes out obviously on the 26th. And then we are going to film not a series, but it's like a mini series or a short or a long special, call it what you will.
Oh yeah.
In Scandinavia,
a couple of specials, 2-part special maybe.
Yeah, 2-part,
something like
2-part, 3-part.
We've not worked it out.
So we basically go through Norway and into Sweden and then in Denmark in the middle of winter. So it's going to look cool. Hopefully there'll be snow.
Very cinematic.
Gav, you might not need your sunscreen, mate.
I'll still have it on.
Oh, fair.
Get rid of reflection off the snow. Yeah.
Get those snow chains on your car.
Yeah. Well, we've got.
You should see his ludicrous new van.
We've got a new shopping wheel. So it's going to be it's pretty much all there, ready to go now. So snow chains is probably the last thing I'm going to ask about, because we don't go to northern Norway, but that's where you really need them. But from what I can work out, that's going to be epic.
Yeah.
And some amazing collections, some really cool little shops, and it's going to be good.
But the actual Series 3, we are looking at America for it.
Yes, America. Series 3 will be America.
Yeah.
The problem is, it comes down to costs.
Driving around like huge.
Yeah. It's 25 grand basically.
Yeah.
It's 25 grand. You got 25 grand to splurge on a series. Well, it's going to be tight. So we have to look at the funding of it. How do we fund it?
Because all the money from the Kickstarter, we bought all the kit, all the equipment, and we lost some money on flights.
We lost money on flights because obviously we booked it.
Yeah.
We lost £1,000 hiring a vehicle, which they wouldn't give us back. And let me tell you as well, we raised £6 grand through that, and 1,500 quid of it was my money. So it was kind of like a bit of a. So the £4.5 grand basically that's been left has kind of been spent. But what we have got out of it, we have got some low value flight vouchers, and we have got the camera, some of the camera equipment, some of the equipment we use for the vans, obviously
the GoPros and stuff.
The GoPros, all the equipment that goes with the GoPros. So we have got quite a bit of stuff from it. It's just one of the things, because of COVID, because it went on longer than we thought, and because we booked stuff because we were assured that it would be okay when we booked it, and then it wasn't. So
we've got to work it out. We're going to fund it. And
But it's going to be amazing. But we're changing slightly the way we're doing it as well in America, just to try and keep those costs down.
Do you think you'll try and get back to the location? I think it was Germany. You said that there was maybe some unfinished business.
Italy, there's unfinished business.
There's unfinished business in Germany as well.
There is. That's the thing. Once you get out and you meet these people, and you will see when you watch the series, you will see there's a definite. There's some things you don't quite get across. Probably the urgency of trying to get to certain places on time.
Yeah.
And the urgency of trying to get before they close, because some people won't be. They won't have watched the show. They
don't care. They want to go home.
They're just like, right, okay, well, we're going. This is what time you've got to be there.
That's what we'd be like.
We don't want to spoil the show, but when you watch it, you'll kind of go flipping out, and it was so stressful. Because a lot of journeys, you're doing 5 hours journey. You've done one shot, you film one shot, and then you've got to do 5 hours to get to the next one.
Well, like you say, if you miss that time and they close the door, then what? You just sleeping in the van until they open, or that's that? Then you go to the next.
That's kind of done because we've got to move on to the hotel because everything's booked ahead.
That's it.
We do arrive a couple of places. We arrive at hotels and it's like 10:30 at night, and you're like, we've been out since 7. And you're like,
Did you ever get locked out of your hotel like me and Aaron nearly did?
No,
in fact, really not.
No, Andy, they're adults.
Well,
Well, I don't know about that.
There is another story there. We got told wrong how to get into the hotel. We got told
they gave
wrong.
us the wrong code because there was no one at the desk. We were like,
But they gave us the right code. They just told us the wrong way of doing it. They told us like
Yes, it was wrong.
I don't know about you guys. It sounds to me like alcohol was consumed and no one knew what was
No, it
going
wasn't.
on.
This is the thing. It was a very
does
sober
sound
trip
like that.
for me.
It does. Yeah. There was on ours. We had a few beers most
Yeah.
evenings, but you were so tired.
Yeah.
You just played catch.
Yeah.
The next day, you're so excited. You will notice there's a couple. I think it's on one of the episodes. We're like the intro's a little bit like flat. I mean, we go. So anyway, because we literally it was like you get into bed at like 1 in the morning or whatever, and you're up at 7, and you've already done. You know, we did. I think we worked out we did about 3,700 miles in total.
But I can imagine like that's. I'm sure it was fun, and I'm sure it was a lot more fun in hindsight when you get back and you go, "Oh, that was really enjoyable," without the stress on it. But at the same time, it was work. You know, it wasn't a pure holiday. You were working.
It was not a holiday at all.
Well,
No.
it was a lot of fun. It's very fulfilling. Seeing stuff and meeting interesting people as well. They've got a similar interest to you. It's really cool. Going to see different people around the world essentially. It's what we'd love to keep doing it. And even though yes, it is hard, and it is. I don't like being away from my family. Gav doesn't like being away from his family. We both want to be home. But at the same time, we love being out there,
doing that. Yeah,
we have great fun together. All three of us have a right laugh.
I just think like imagine when we spoke last time before the first season, the kind of if I'd have said to you guys pre-shop, doing this for a living, and then at some point you'll get to go to multiple shops around Europe, it'd be like, wow, that's it's cool.
We talk about that, don't we? It's like, how cool is this that we're doing this?
Yeah. It's genuinely, it's. And I know we can't. You don't want to sound like you're moaning about it, but it's kind of like we have so much fun doing it. We wouldn't do it otherwise. We don't do it for the money.
No, definitely not. For the money.
We don't necessarily do it for prestige. But we don't necessarily do it for the prestige or anything like that. We do it because we love it. And I've always imagined, it's so cool. You think about like being able to go overseas, buy a load of toys, but we don't make anything.
Well, I think you'd have to love it because the level of, I know you guys are at a level now where it's less of a concern, but the security and consistency of always having to make a certain amount of money. We know several yourselves, Craig, Johnny. There are various people that do it different ways, but they make it happen. But I can imagine there is still moments you go, I hope we sell more than we have currently this month or whatever. But,
there is times when you get down your bank account and you go, that we are really tight. We need to go and do a load of group sales.
Yeah, so everyone go on that sale page tomorrow, everyone.
We will be actually doing a sale tomorrow. Actually. We are going to do a sale because basically we have got a target by the end of the week, which we want to hit, and we should hit it tomorrow.
What sort of things are going on there tomorrow? Or do you want to keep it a secret?
No, not even look.
Andy, when you come to the shop, we'll show you the basement.
You'll understand.
Now I understand why you don't know. Because you go down there and you go, Ben, there's stuff everywhere.
Because it looks quite organised.
Yeah.
It's not.
Have you seen Uncle
just that
Book?
one bit behind you that's organised? No. When Aaron and Ed did their videos, it was all very nicely laid out.
The shop is.
It's like
basement
you go out that little door.
Yep.
Chaos.
I nearly fell over a glass display case tonight that had been handily put in the way of the.
I'd put it in the way because I couldn't get to the fridge.
I couldn't get to the toilet. So the shop looks good most of the time unless we've got a big collection in. But it's an absolute dump. Basically, if you imagine, in Uncle Buck when he goes in the cupboard, and then just basically that's my basement. It's just like all of a sudden there's one day we will find James buried in there under a pile of
Star Wars cardbacks.
Star Wars cardbacks. That's the way he wants to go. He hates cardbacks. Yeah.
Suffocated by yak face.
That's it. Yak avalanche. Let's catch up with some of the comments. Andrew picked up the most amazing Transformers figure the other week from Leicester Vintage. Pretenders Bludgeon. You like the Pretenders stuff, don't you, Andy?
I do, yeah.
No, I like the Bludgeon. It was really nice.
It came off an ex-Hasbro employee. It was absolutely spectacular. Beautiful.
There we go.
But I am not a fan of Pretenders.
I love them.
There you go.
They're the ones with the shell.
Yeah.
Like they're cool just as a figure, but the Transformer inside them.
It's
The
awful.
worst Transformers they've ever designed.
The outside is much better.
I just like, I like the cases. The cases.
Yeah.
I'll
Case is
take,
cool.
I'll take it on some of them, but on others, they're really not. Like, Megatron's really cool. He's got the clip on. He's really cool.
I don't
That's
know.
great. Jazz is cool.
That little Grimlock.
The Grimlock's good, rubbish, I'll give you that. And his tail's always broken.
Yeah.
Christian's a couple off. I know that Badger's Toys completed his last 17 and he bought, I think he needed 3 and he got them all at NEC. A good price for people that know what they cost. But if someone said, I just spent this amount on toys, you're layman to go, but
Yeah, there is moments during the series when you do actually have that thing of going, I buy an item and kind of go, you think I'm mental, you might be right. Because it's like one of the things that only a toy collector would kind of go, oh, that's actually quite cool. I know why you've done that. But other people will watch it and go, that guy's an idiot.
You're saying 1,200, I'm saying $1,000, and someone else is going, I wouldn't give you 20 quid for it. It's just a piece of plastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Andy, Laser Beast, Andy, Laser Beast.
I was going to say, I bought some shields for the laser beasts, which are just an extra add-on nightmare. But like, I managed to get a couple, which I think are a good price. But I guarantee when they come and I show them, everyone will be like, "What?"
Yeah, it's all good, man.
The cat's here, Paul, man. I'm going to have to talk to your wife. Okay.
And he's going to grass you up to your own wife, so he can buy your cat's lair off you. Have that. Callum, Toyshop On Tour is the only show that doesn't involve cooking or vampires that the missus enjoys. There we go.
Hey,
That's a bit of a vampire.
a little bit vampiric.
Stick that on the DVD. There's a Paul quote for you from Retro.
If you ever need like those little like Google reviews,
That's it.
to come up on the on your tour.
We had a cracking Google review. My favourite Google review I've ever had is just one word. It's just 1 star, and it just says old. That's it. 1 star, old. It's in the title.
Don't. I think there's one on the In Demand Toys. They're one, and it's a 1 star, and it's too far away. You've absolutely killed them on the reviews just because they're too far away from you.
Too far away. Question from Vintage Toy Ross. What's the toy line that's currently the most in demand in the shop?
I don't know, because somebody asked us this the other day
all
in
the
person,
time.
and you know what? I can tell you what it's not. But yeah, wrestlers are good.
Wrestlers have been good for a bit.
As in Hasbro's or like the
Hasbro's, yeah. I love it when people come in and go, "We've got any Hasbro's? Hasbro's what? Particular toy line would you like to?"
We're not old collectors. We're like, Hasbro's? What are you on about?
We were talking about this not long ago, that just saying Hasbro's has become synonymous with Hasbro wrestlers, when in actual fact, I don't know if you guys know, I'm going to tell you something about toys right now. Hasbro make more than just wrestlers. In fact, they don't even make retro wrestlers anymore.
But you've got Hasbro and Hasbro's.
Hasbro's.
Like,
I see what you're saying,
if you're coming in looking for some Hasbro's, then yeah.
If I came in and said, guys, you got any Galoobs? Would you go straight to wrestlers? I don't know.
I would actually. If someone said, "Oh, have you got any Galoobs?" I'd be thinking Galoob wrestlers.
Fair enough.
I'd go A-team and go, these are rubbish.
I was going to say everything.
Yeah.
I saw Theo's video. Someone had some shipping crates full of the 18 figures. The G.I. Joe
on the big cards.
Yeah. 4-packs. Yeah, they came out of a place in Belgium, I think. There was a warehouse one in Belgium some years ago, and they all came out of there. Load of them.
The bad guys.
The baddie set.
If I knew that baddie set were there, I potentially would have bought that to go with it.
Andy,
They are absolutely awful.
They're dreadful.
They are, but I've got the goodie set. I want the baddie set. I've had them both and sold them stupidly. And now I need them again.
They're also, for me, they're things that I actually had in the 80s as a child and played with.
That's cool, then.
Yeah, I love them, but they're rubbish. I mean, it's just one of those things. You still like somebody goes, "Oh, I'd go, yeah, it's really cool. I love it."
I'm not a fan.
But
Aaron, you're
terrible.
Ed found the Galoob 3.75 van, which again was from my child. He found like a box one at a flea market.
He paid pennies for it.
Yes, beautiful.
Cents, whatever.
They always suffer with the same problems. They've always got issues with the top lights and things.
Lights always gone. Yeah. Question from Joe Remix. As a shop, do you have much trouble with? I don't know if it's always Chinese fakes. That might be a little bit xenophobic. But fakes being inside people's collections. And tell me you don't buy Pokemon. Because
No, we don't bother with that.
Although it does show rear its head in
a little bit.
episode 3 of Toyshop On Tour.
right,
And
right,
Balloon's also rear their head in episode 5.
Yeah, it's a bit like, as far as fakes, we generally spot them,
Generally,
don't we?
you can spot the boxes. I mean, like somebody, honestly, Paul at Space Bridge is a ledge, and you can just give him a Paul, what am I looking for? And Paul will sort it. And the stuff, you know, I got caught about a year ago. We put some Star Wars figures out, and I put the first fake weapon I put out for years, and it was such an obvious one. But because you were sorting out and you thought it was all child, and somewhere we must have got something mixed in from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it just got put out. So occasionally you do miss things, but it's very unusual. We have got a Fort Max in the cabinet which has got some repro bits in, which is very unlike us. We wouldn't normally have it because it's a Fort Max, and we decided to keep it together.
Yeah.
And we clearly labelled it, and it's
And that's it. We tell people that it's got the fake bits on it.
But we wouldn't do that with any other item.
But I know you guys work the same. I'm sure that we all think that repro is what it is. It's fine as long as it's recognised and passed on as that, and it's pretended otherwise. Then
but although we won't have it in the shop generally, it's just because it's a Fort Max. We paid X amount of pounds for it, so it was not the cheapest. The guy didn't know, and we didn't have the heart to send it back. But yeah, it was one of them things where you kind of like going, oh. But yeah, that's the only thing. But no, we don't generally get caught with them. The Transformers are quite obvious, particularly if they're boxed. The boxes are very clear.
Transformers collectors don't seem to mind quite as much as like Star Wars collectors.
On the replay, I don't know about that, but not as bad as Star Wars, which is pretty much militant.
And I can imagine, Gav, you specifically look for the repro weird, like it's almost Alf.
Yeah, exactly.
Knockoff is
it's pink, but that's fine.
Yeah. Knockoff is different. Like knockoff stuff is cool because it's got that age to it, and generally, and that's cool. But you know, and when it's clearly Gav finds a figure in Belgium, and it's the worst knockoff turtle I've ever seen. You'll have to see it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and I didn't even see it, and I missed it. And that was one of the things I regret not buying on the actual things.
What in your guys' experience? Is it turtles? What has the worst knockoffs? I mean, I'm thinking He-Man, some pretty bad He-Man knockoffs. But
it might be turtles, you know.
As in bad, as in like far-reaching, because there's a lot of like stuff which people class as He-Man knockoff, which is nothing like He-Man.
Like Sun Goldie stuff and
they're good. Yeah,
like,
I think they're cool. And Remco stuff is good. I don't know.
Remco stuff's not knockoff. That's a different.
It's
line.
just a different
line. It's not. But everybody calls it knockoff, but it's actually not. They're their own lines. But I'd say, like, as in the fake copies, obviously Turtles were massively copied. I'd still
because it took ages for Turtles to get toys out, didn't it? So the Chinese companies at the time were like banging out these rubbish Turtles.
Yeah. Aaron, what's the line that Ed collects? The Turtleoids or
Turley Gang?
Turley Gang. Yeah. They're like a cool. They're
almost
weird.
a He-Man.
They look
turtle.
great, but they're weird. Yeah.
They're a He-Man body with like a turtle
head. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
A few years ago, there was people knocking these off. I think it was in B&M. And B&M had bought a lot. Obviously, a massive company had bought a load of these knockoffs.
Yeah.
And gone, oh yeah, no, they're proper. And you're like, no, they're not. Yeah. And they were like the wrong size. These are obviously all proper.
Yeah, bit dusty, but that's fine.
But you know, they were selling knockoffs, so it still happens now. It's still like even big companies.
NECA, Black Series, everything. People can you can buy them.
NECA's terrible for it.
Yeah, because the molds are just out there in China or wherever they get made. So they get them easily, and they just cast them themselves, and you can always tell the quality is not there, but. There is a lot of them.
Look great, but it's the packaging and it's the feel of the figures that let them down.
Yeah, the plastic.
We've been stung with that problem before.
We did.
Yes.
My personal favourites in my collection are, and I think these class as knockoffs, so the Simba wrestling, like the Hasbro wrestlers, but the Simba ones, because they are woeful, and I love them.
Yeah, and that's the point. And I think as collectors, what happens is. We collect certain lines. Like when I started collecting, I collected all the Star Wars stuff, and then I decided to keep the shop going. But I had everything, and I was like, it was like all the figures, all the ships. I was just trying to get the last few bits together, and then it became apparent that I needed money, so I had to sell it all. Yeah. And that was what excited me. But then over the years, you develop and you change what you buy, because all that stuff, like I've had apart from a couple of items, I've had them 10, 20, 30 times. Apart from things like Rebel Command Center, I've only ever had 2 or 3 of them. Some of the cardboard, I love the cardboard play sets.
So you had that lovely
basic
Death Guard, didn't you? Before? Sorry, Andy.
What was that?
Yeah, sorry, I was just getting excited. But yeah, the cardboard sets are so basic. They're great.
Yeah, because they are. I mean, they're rubbish. I mean, like it screams Palitoy. Palitoy are a company, and I love Palitoy. My favourite toy company ever because they're flawed. It's like everything apart from my wife, who's perfect. Everything I tend to really love is flawed. Like, I like old cars, and I like old Citroens, and they break down a lot. But I know what's wrong with them, and you kind of go, "That's great." I love the fact that Citroen made a helicopter, so somebody where they fall plummeting to their death and go, "It's okay, I'll be able to fix it when we come." It's that sort of, it's flawed. It's like stupid, and that's what now attracts me as a toy collector. It's stuff that you kind of go, "This is rubbish. I must have it."
When you mentioned earlier on about the big collection you've got in, I mean, I used to be really into NECA, the kind of horror figures, that sort of thing, and just like I enjoyed it. I've had them, I've packed them away, I've sold, I'm churning through them. I'm saying to the guys, I kind of am more into popping colours now as opposed to the mossy dirge of 100 NECA figures. So your taste changed, didn't they? As you
I love Lord of the Rings. I think that's a great toy line. But if you ever see them together, like loose on a shelf, they look boring. Brown.
They just disappear. Yeah,
brown and green, the whole thing, and it's just.
Don't tell Mick that.
That's going to upset Aaron's better half a lot because she loves the Lord of the Rings.
I mean, unless you've got like a couple of the figures that are a bit brighter, it is just one massive the same colour. And I love those figures are brilliant.
Because it's dark green or black, pretty much.
Yeah. It's just.
I get what you mean, 100%. As you'll probably 100% agree.
Yeah.
Chris Kerr got some Darth Vader wellies on the sales screen.
Oh, those wellies are amazing. I was sad to see them go.
Yeah,
I'm glad Chris got them. Right? Yeah, it was nice that Chris got them.
That's cool.
Guys, vintage cereal premiums.
Not at the moment. You know what?
I think we probably have got some black holes.
We have somewhere actually in the basement. In the
somewhere
there's an ice cream
in the basement. We've got all the good stuff.
But if we tell you that now, can we just like edit that from your mind and pretend we haven't? Because we won't find it.
Not a chance.
One day I'll come across them and kind of go, "Oh, we've got these."
Oh yeah. Who was it who wanted them?
Yeah, no idea.
A year ago.
Yeah.
Have you got any weird yo-yos in at the minute?
Yo-yos?
No, Gav
I always bag the yo-yos.
Yeah.
Andy's on the right yo-yo hype.
Yeah, I've got.
Nolan Collectibles, what up? What up yourself? Someone help me finish my Playmates Muckman. Thank you. Was selling NEC was an amazing day. It was a good day. I'm glad you had a good day as well. Norway and Sweden in the winter.
Talk about cereal stuff. Do you ever buy like the promotional boxes?
No, we had an opportunity to the other day. We went to see a collection, and basically when episode 1 came out, he bought everything. Everything, crisp bags, cereal packets, little A-Wing calculators. Every single thing that had Star Wars on it, he had it. And he had all this stuff in the tubs. We had hardly any toys. And we've gone a long way, haven't we?
Yeah, and it was one of them days we were going to buy this. This is what happened. We were going to buy a collection. And then basically, this guy, obviously, his collection wasn't quite. He wanted a lot of money.
It was really cool, and it was quite nostalgic for that time. It was really cool to see it all.
It just wasn't.
Didn't really have value. Like, we're not going to put a cereal packet out for sale in the back of the shop, anyway. It's not going to happen.
It'd have to be something quite spectacular for you to remove your boxed mask, an original Kenner Ghostbusters for like a cereal.
Take down the 2 laser commands behind you and put up some
laser commands.
Some frosty cereal boxes. Come on.
What's it? Those things you used to get for episode 1. They were like Jar Jar's head with like sticking tongue. You can like throw them on things.
We had them in there. Yeah,
they were there.
Yeah, get rid of everything.
Yeah,
wrap it all with them.
Yeah.
So we travel quite a long way.
I really want to try and find some Willow bits that came out in cereal packets.
Oh, we had a few of them.
They're in that ice cream tub.
With the black cauldron,
I've got the polystyrene set, but there's like magic tricks and some other bits.
Andy, we're going to Leicester. We're going to delve to go dive into some Willow.
If you say you've got some Willow in the back, I'm coming.
We'll see you in 3 weeks.
I can make the journey now. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Send food and water.
We'll do a last question before we do a little wrap up because we're getting.
Hey, did you guys have an announcement, or did we do?
Oh, well, let's just do this one question and then we'll do our wrap
I think
up.
we said it.
We
It
did
was
that. We did
the Scandinavia thing.
Scandinavia.
And obviously the very special coming on December.
It's a very
26th.
special.
And Boxing Day, yeah. What's the vintage toy line you still get excited about seeing that's hard to find?
You know what? It's anything we can't get here.
That's all it is. Yeah.
I mean, Brendan, I don't know if you're from the UK or if you're from abroad, but if you're from the UK, it's anything we don't see here.
Yeah.
So it's stuff where you kind of you'll see it multiple times when you watch Toy Shop.
And it really, like this shop in Germany, an example of one of these things. They had. Do you guys know Snuggle Bums, the 80s girl toy Snuggle Bums?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and I've got a few of them.
It's his pet name for me as well.
And
Pillow talk.
they had in one of the shops little vinyl Snuggle Bums, little solid vinyl ones. I had never seen them in my life, and I was so excited. Probably the most excited I was the whole tour. These little vinyl Snuggle Bums, and that's what it is.
Yeah,
stuff you've never seen.
Yeah.
The guys were saying, "Is Gav all right? He just keeps saying Snuggle Bums over and over again."
Snuggle Bums, people.
Yeah, no, it is stuff, and it is stuff. It's not the. Sometimes I get excited about different. I don't want to spoil too much of the show because there is proper Grail stuff that we do buy. There's proper Grail that we see that we can't afford. There's stuff. There's a whole gamut of stuff, but it generally is. I mean that I showed at the start of the Mighty Max shop display. That was really cool.
But it got
lost. It got
crazy good condition as well. That is. It's like
he's been on their wall. He's got like a little hole where they've kind of screwed him into the wall. But he's been on their wall for like the last 20 years or so, and I'm like,
that shop's so good. That episode.
Yeah. Anyway, don't spoil the episode.
No, I'm saying nothing.
But we try. You know what? The problem is we're getting so excited. We want to tell you everything.
Yeah, we want to talk.
Come on. It's like we have to have self-control and not tell you everything.
Yeah, just little teasers.
You've got to watch the show, and you've got to kind of like. And then we'll probably tell the stories behind the scenes more because once you've seen those, you'll kind of go, that's why did that happen? Why didn't you buy that? It's probably the thing that I asked myself. Why didn't you buy that? I'm like looking at the screen and I'm kind of pointing this way in the back.
Yeah.
Why did we not do that?
It's probably one of the most oft asked questions. I mean, I know again, different vibe, but Aaron, you spend half the time on YouTube. People going, mate, can't believe you didn't buy it. Like,
yeah.
You can't buy everything.
No.
Me and Andy did have the when we were in Belgium at the flea markets. We did still kick ourselves for not going back and getting more of the little mustard glasses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that for us, that was like the one that got away. And it's just.
But they're everywhere.
The Ulysses
everywhere. Yeah.
In France,
they had the Ulysses ship there, and I saw it on like 2 different places, and it was quite a lot of money. But I was like, I've never seen that before. That's like. Ulysses isn't something that's massive like here, so like it's not available. But I was like, I don't know, it's quite a lot of money, and I was like, no, I'm not going to risk it. But I kind of wish I did buy it because it's still on my mind now. Same as those bloody mustard.
The thing is,
mustard glasses.
Even what it was like €100 for the ship or something.
That's
a lot. It's a lot of money for like a kind of like a. It's cool. Yeah. Whereas those little mustard glasses, they were like €5 for 2.
Wasn't 10 years ago when the pound was strong, guys. What's going on?
Don't stop. I mean, somebody just put Brennan just put back the Poppy Ulysses toys. They never came. They did come here. They were just very, very late in the line. So like a lot of the toy lines, they were kind of like in cheap shops and stuff like that. So
at the seaside,
we find a Grag. Captain Future Grag are out there, and I have a complete blank, and not to spoil the episode, but I have a complete blank on it, and I can't remember what he's called or anything. But we look at one of those when we're there, and I remember those being in the local shop to me. So there was all that sort of stuff did come over, but they were generally in they weren't in toy shops; they were in news agents, kind of after the show had finished.
So we don't get that kind of thing anymore, do we? I don't think the stuff in news agents now.
No,
it's going to be worth it.
It's all off stuff. But, just to chuck a plug out, but Ulysses Monkeys Emporium has some at the minute on their site.
Really nice. Yeah, I looked at them, but
a lot of them have gone already, I think. But there's a couple.
I found something I bought at a post office a million years ago. I don't you guys that like little plastic cases with like a plastic Uzi machine gun that fires tiny little balls.
I bought some of them Toyshop On Tour Series 1.
There you go. You did because you got to say a different game, but the like a Tin Alley little gangster shooter.
That's it.
Yeah, I've got that one as well. Like that sort of stuff. I love that. Mustard glass. Andy, explain your mustard glass.
We've got. I managed to get one. It's a Thundercats.
Oh, that's nice.
Or Cosmocats, as it's titled. But right now it's housing all my Mythic Legion extras. But
it's full of all the Mythic Legions bits that you can't get in. You like, heat them up to.
But I thought they were just drinking glasses, but no. Ed told us that they were actually mustard glasses, and they used to come like with the Dijon mustard or whatever. But,
we only found that out on tour, didn't we?
I'd rather remember, forgot it at some point, which is quite likely. But they are really, and they're everywhere. They're
absolutely everywhere.
Every cartoon, every toy line, everything. Yeah.
I just love the fact that this says Cosmocats on it.
I like that. You that's developed as a collector, Andy, because you want you don't look for Thundercats, you look for the Cosmocats, you look for the weird. You look for weird Argentinian made stuff by maybe like the Jumper or something like that.
This made the whole Belgium trip, because I was really upset that we didn't go back to this stand to get it, and I was like, oh, why didn't I do it? It was just like stupid. But then we found this like 2 days later at a like car boot sale.
We went
so
to the main. Yeah. But yeah, we should have booked. If we go back there, which we were talking about, we're gonna. I'll definitely pick up more of those little mustard glasses, because that one we missed out on had like
every
loads of them. Every
I don't
line.
know why we just sort of went.
Yeah. No, we said we'll come back to it because we didn't want to carry around loads of glasses, because that was like 3 hours into the show. We still had like the whole rest of the day, then I think we just missed the row it was down or whatever, because we never saw it again.
Yourselves with the fact that they are fairly.
We got everywhere in Europe.
You know,
they are,
but they're great. They're really, and the artwork's beautiful. So
Well, let's we'll wrap it up. Just a couple of reminders. Make sure, if you don't already, follow Al at phenomenal_toys. He's doing Movember. It's for a really good cause, so give him some money if you can for that. That'd be really cool. This Saturday, the Geekfest, Leicester. That way.
And you can see, and we've got like a whole 2.5 hour reel, and it's got a little bit from each of the new Toy Shop on Tour episodes.
Amazing. Let's make that big. Hold on a second. Boom. Look at that.
Get the address on there for people. There you go.
There we go.
But there's a page, you can go to it.
On Facebook now, you can go and have a look on that.
If you are not near Leicester, but you are nearer the coast down south, please do go and support Sue and Sarah with their Lego Brickfest. Details will be on our Facebook page and on Sue Ra Toys. If you do not already follow Leicester Vintage, of course you do, because you're on. Of course you do, but make sure you do follow. Make sure you follow the sales page as well, because there'll be a nice sale coming up tomorrow. But most importantly, the point of us sort of getting together today is on Sunday. And a particular time on Sunday evening, as it was last time?
12 o'clock,
midday Sunday, the 6th of November, episode 1 of series 2 of Toy Shop On Tour starts, and I'm looking forward to it. And we'll obviously put it up. I'll just I'll just share your advertising and stick it on the Toy Division each week when it comes up.
Share it as far and wide. We need as many views as we can to bring in as much revenue as we can. Obviously, we want to keep it going. So, I'm glad it seems a lot of people really enjoy it. And we want to appeal to not only, I think somebody put it in the chat, I think it was Callum put it in the chat, we don't want to appeal just to the toy, us geeks, us toy collectors. It's got to appeal to the whole family. So it's always family friendly. There's no effing and jeffing in it. It's always, we want it to be something that everybody can watch and hopefully get a bit of enjoyment out of.
I think I said to you guys last time, without being too sort of sycophantic, that I really enjoyed it because I think the editing is top end, and it flows like a it's almost like it's proper and professional, guys. Which I say that
that's Matt.
That's really professional, Matt. And he's always like,
do this for a living.
I'm professional.
Is it the same theme song as well, Joe?
It is.
It is my old band theme song. So, it is the same theme song. We are going to hit it up for America. America, it's going to change slightly. We know that already. That's in the pipeline. So all these things we're planning. We say like this stuff.
Planning all the time.
It's always planning the next thing.
We'll get
Scandinavia is going to be awesome. That's the new thing that's coming up in February. That'll probably be out.
Sounds good.
March or April. And we've got a very special
Boxing
coming on
Day.
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice, and we'd love to.
It was probably one of the best days of the year, I would say. Filming, I reckon.
It was. It was surreal, and you'll probably see why when you watch it.
You'll understand.
And if you come into Geekfest, you will get a sneak preview, so you will know.
So come to Geekfest, everyone.
You will know what it is. You come to
Absolutely.
Geekfest, and then you can talk about it on the internet and go, I've been and seen that.
And
Will you guys be at the NEC on the 27th as well?
We will, and we will bring you
Over
some
there.
amazing toys. We'll bring you some
There you
merch
go.
on tour. We might end up filming something. We don't know. We
We'll
doubt
see.
it.
We've not
but,
worked
we've
that out
not
yet.
worked that out yet. But yeah, it's going to be.
There you
it's
go,
gonna
guys.
be amazing.
So
yeah,
the
Hello.
stuff that you picked up from Europe will be on sale.
the stuff we bought from Europe
Is
is
in
on
the shop
sale
now.
Yeah.
You can have a sneak
Yeah.
preview now. We have got some amazing. Like if you come to the shop, we try not to show too much on lives and things like that. We try not to show everything because we want the show to people.
Yeah.
But people come into the shop, they go, "Oh, that's there. That's amazing.
Mhm.
That's and then there's other stuff which kind of like I think
Yeah.
nobody's even looked at yet, which I've gone. Oh, I was really gonna look at. So yeah, it's
So
silly things.
Andy, we got to get ourselves up to. I know Aaron as well, but you and Ed made it up there. We got to get up to Leicester at some point. No doubt about it.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
there's
just-
loads of shops up here as well. There's loads of
Yeah.
things to do. You've got decent shops nearby as well. So if you come up to Leicester, you might as well do Birmingham as well. Make a weekend of it. So it's good. Come up to us on a Friday when Gav's in. And then,
We'll come in.
Yeah,
and
I'd like to welcome both of you there just to chat and
man.
more.
You're
But yeah,
more than welcome.
hang out. Sounds good.
Yeah, that goes for everyone watching. If you've not been to the shop before,
just come down.
you can make it in. Please come and say hello because we love seeing people, love meeting people. We're always open to questions. If you've got anything you want to know, and if you're starting a new business as well, if you guys are thinking about getting into the toy game, we'll help you as much as we can.
Yeah.
We're open with that. We're always open about things, and we'll always try and help as much as we can.
And really, we just like talking about toys.
Yeah.
They're also experts at cabinet and cabinet lighting now. So
That's
after the tour.
That's James.
We were put to shame by some of the people on tour. Like, we've got to change that up.
Yeah. There's a lot of hard, dark places to film in toy shops, mainly in this country. But the people abroad have generally got a very good. Although there is a shop, and this is a spoiler alert, there is genuinely a shop that I am too fat for.
We could only go in one at a time in this shop.
And I could barely go in.
I might have to get his little camera out.
Yeah. I thought at some point I'm going to have to just strip off and cover myself in butter in order to be able to get to the door.
just slide
that's
in.
a different show.
That's just
totally different
Patreon
show.
people.
That's
That
just
is.
Patreon exclusive. That is.
That's behind the scenes Patreon. That drops on the 27th of December. That's some big news.
Leicester Vintage on their Only Toys account.
Yeah, that's it.
Look at that. Tony's going up there tomorrow.
Yeah,
Man's on a
See you
mission.
tomorrow.
Man's on a mission.
Everybody.
Yeah, he's on the chart. I know he's on the hunt for the Pegasus. So
Yeah, not got one. Not got one.
Well, guys, thank you in the chat for joining us, and we'll do this again next week. Next week we'll talk about it's the pre-stand down chat, so we'll no doubt be getting giddy about that, and we'll talk about NEC a little bit more. But this week was real special, and thank you, Joe and Gav, very much for joining us. It's
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate all of you
Yeah.
joining us, and you guys as well for having us as well.
Appreciate you guys being here.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
On Toyshop On Tour, as long as it's positive. Unless
Toyshop On Tour,
negative, we only see the negative ones.
It's two.
You didn't look at the toy I wanted to see.
100%. 1 star. Leave means leave. That's what I'm going to write. Went to Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Keep checking. Obviously our Facebook page, and we will keep promoting when the videos drop. And tomorrow, I've said it before, say it again. Leicester Vintage sales page. Get on it and get yourself a bargain. Other than that, we're going to say goodbye because I'm going to go to bed because I'm quite old. So see you later. Bye.
Bye.
See you, Pete.